Konnichiwa. Watashi wa Saikai Shiko desu, aka Kintsugi. I will be having a real debut when I have a model, but for now I will be doing a temporary one so that everyone can get to know me. I have many things to go over, so let's get started. My age is 431. My birthday is May 21st. Manager-san says I can't lie about my height. So I am 170 centimeters tall, which is 5 foot 7 inches. I am only 182 centimeters or 6 feet when I have my shoes on. Originally, I was a cherry tree spirit, born of the great tree in Nochibana, but I was cursed by Yamato no Orochi. Now I am an oni made of stone. My job is to be the protector of the land of Sakuranburi. I am a servant to Yamato no Orochi, but now I am a VTuber and a very important member of Bonestewdio, as well as Toad TV. My main languages are English, and I am learning Japanese. I also know a tiny bit of many other languages such as German, Italian, Spanish, Russian, and so on. Also, I am on a very old computer right now, so things are a little bit slow. My biography is a little bit long, so bear with me, please. Inochibana is a powerful tree located in the land of Sakuranburi. This land is located in a world that mirrors Earth. It is a rough mirror of Osaka, located in the realm known as Tokuyo, Kakaryo, or Taikaikan. Inochibana lies atop a massive hill and is surrounded by a beautiful palace of pink and green stained wood. As the hill descends, there are smaller homes, rice fields, and other types of fields and orchards. Spread throughout all of this are smaller and smaller cherry trees, which grow forth from the massive and far-reaching roots of the mother tree. The tree is so powerful due to the long-standing tradition of the people who revere her, for when their loved ones pass, they are cremated and their ashes are buried within the ground of the sakura trees, which were closest to their homes. As such, the energies and spirits of the humans who live there will live on forever within Inochibana and her children. One day, a giant cherry began to grow forth from the tree. Within the massive stone was born a small girl. She was named Shiko, the Lady of Stone, and given the royal family's name of Saikai. Shiko Saikai was raised by the noble family as their own child, and raised by the shrine keepers. She was able to speak to Inochibana, and had been revered as a princess, a tree spirit guardian, and a demigod. When festivals were held for Inochibana, Shiko was often sat within the shrine to watch over the festivities. She also joined in with the priestesses during their ceremony, her eldest sister, the eldest princess, being the head priestess. Then one day, disaster struck. Yamato no Orochi had awoken from a nap that had lasted 2 centuries. He demanded a sacrifice, and had chosen the eldest princess to be devoured. Shiko could not bear the thought of any of the humans of Sakuranburi bearing such a fate, and so, in the darkness of night, with the full moon as her only comfort. She had stolen a few items and ran to Oni Island. These items being a golden gourd that endlessly poured hot sake, a special tokuri, which held a special kuchikamizaki made by Kintsugi at the festivals, and a handful of cherry stones. Shiko made a deal with Orochi that if he left Sakura and Buri be, that he may have the 2 flasks of alcohol, one which would never run dry, and one which would give him as much or more life than any maiden's demise would. She would continue to make the cherry-flavored kuchikamizaki for him, with the growth of trees from Enochibana stones, and she would forever be his loyal servant. When she had managed to convince the monster, he cursed her forever to be made of stone. This way she could not easily leave her island, or she would sink. Nor could she use her magics to enter into her sakura trees and leave. With her change, he renamed the new Oni Kintsugi. Many years of servitude had passed, with many times of hardship as well as peace. Shiko had become Orochi Dono's most trusted drinking companion and servant. Then one day, something terrible was going to happen. Though Shiko could not sense the change, she obeyed her master and allowed him to lock her away in a cave. He took out her golden heart and changed her completely to stone. Many years had passed in silence and solitude. As the time passed, the magic which held Kintsugi's gold together waned and her form began to fall apart. Unbeknownst to her, she had been taken to Earth through a magical torii gate. One day, a man had seen her broken body and offered to buy her off the people who had cared for the tourist attraction she was in. None could ever recall how she arrived there, so they sold her to the stranger, as the man wished to repair her and keep her as a mascot for his office and studio. Upon her repair, she awoken within a strange new world. The man who awoken her was not her master. She was frightened and confused, and worried for the people of her village. However, when she was explained that she was on Earth, she realized she had no choice but to calm down and join in on the world. Unfortunately, the man had paid a lot of money for her. The two decided to work together for both of their benefits. She became the first VTuber for his company, though they made her model look exactly like her so the humans of the world would get used to seeing her. Now she lives hidden away in the office of the suit-wearing man, learning new things and finding that she is quite happy to be spending her time with humans once more. Kintsugi's likes and dislikes. I like very many things. There's not too many things that I don't like, as you can see here. And not everything is on this list for either. But I am very fond of arts and crafts and different things. I like drawing, reading, singing, writing, knitting, sewing, tatting. Not tattoo art though. Tatting is kind of like making lace. Cooking, eating honey and sweets. I like puzzles, swimming, toads and frogs. Video games and board games. Flowers, bees, gardening and nature in general. The art of growing a bonsai. Biology, chemistry, camping, and when I go camping far deep in the forest, near water. Watching TV, such as anime, cartoons, old westerns, Kurosawa films, and many more things. I'm very fond of the things that came before the 2000s and even older than that. And I very, very much like my new friends and family of the Stewdio and of the Kintsugi clan. Things that I dislike on the very smallest side because I have trouble thinking of things I don't like. I don't like loud noises. I don't like animatronics or mannequins or robots. I suppose puppets would go in there too. I do not like centipedes. I'll take a spider over a centipede any day. And I don't like thunder or lightning. I think they're very pretty, and the sound relaxes me when it's not happening, like if it's over technology, but in real life, when it's right over top, I get kind of very scared. My favorite games? This is not nearly any of my favorite games, but my very, very most favorite game is Okami. Right after that is Animal Crossing, which I have played all of them. I love Zelda. I have played all of the Legend of Zelda games, or watched all of them. Some of the older ones I didn't do all myself. Though I've only played Persona 3 a little bit so far, I like all of the Persona games and all of the Shin Megami Tensei games. I very much like Nier and Nier Automata. I think they're very cool, but I have not played them myself. My very first game was Super Mario Bros. And I played many, many Mario games. So there's a list of the Mario games that I was able to remember and write down. I'm very fond of farming simulators. Things like Stardew, Harvest Moon, Story of Seasons. My very favorite Harvest Moon game was, it was Animal Parade. And I don't believe any of the other ones were made in that art style. And I think it's the most well done one, the most peaceful one, the most immersive one, but it had a terrible, terrible load time. I haven't beaten it or even gotten close. I tried it out a little bit when it first came out, and it's going to be the first game that I stream. But I very much like Spirit Tea. I think that is done very well. And very high compliments to the karaoke game being edited, because that was nearly impossible for me when I was first playing. Normally I don't give in on those things, but there was absolutely no way with how it was. I like The Long Dark. I first played The Long Dark when it was on Steam for only $9.99, and there wasn't hardly anything in it, and I still liked it then. A game that I still own and that I wish would get a remaster for is Lost Kingdoms. It was a very good game. If you don't know what it was, you should look it up, because I probably won't explain it very well. But basically, you're a princess named Katya, or you can change your name to whatever you want, and you're going around fighting with cards and monsters. That's the short version of it. But it was a very cool game. I also liked Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance for the GameCube. I used to play that over and over again. I would use the cheat menu just to do New Game Plus kind of things so that I could keep playing. That game is very hard though. I like Dark Souls. I've gotten halfway through Bloodborne and halfway through Elden Ring, but I've never beaten any of them. I like the Don't Starve games. I especially like Hamlet. When I first was playing, I had no idea what I was doing and I kept dying. But now I'm a lot better at it. I like the FNAF games, but they're very scary for me and I can almost not play them. I love Tetris, but I can't do a T-spin to save my life. I think I've only managed to do one so far since I've been practicing. But I played it my whole life, and when I was first playing it, it was on an old Kyocera phone that had a 1" by 1" screen and an even smaller button. And I can't remember my score, but I got a pretty high score on it. I would play on that until my thumbs hurt. I like Puyo Puyo and Mean Bean Machine. I was able to beat the one in Judgment before they had given it a nerf and made it easier. I was also able to beat the what's it called? The pinball machine. I was able to beat the pinball machine in that game as well. I love the Yakuza games, like Dragon games and Judgment. My favorite is Zero, and I haven't gotten to see all of Ishin, but I like Ishin a lot. I think the games are great. And the ending of Judgment, or the ending of Judge Eyes, was very, very surprising and very cool. But I haven't really played them myself, only a little bit of Zero. Usually I've been watching them be played. Mostly because I'm not very good at beat 'em up games and I'm not very good at quick times, but I will be playing them for my streams, just because I love them. I like Sea of Thieves, but I wish that you could make more money from the treasure you get, because it's a lot of time and a lot of risk and reward. Or a lot of risk for not a lot of reward, I suppose I should say. I like Minecraft and Creativerse and other building games. I got Creativerse when it was still not free to play, and I had a lot of fun with it. It was very interesting watching the biomes get built and more creatures get added and things like that. And as I had said at the start of this, there are many, many more that I would love to play and that I have played. I wouldn't be able to list them all because I have been a gamer my whole life, ever since I was very, very small. My computer's being a little slow again. Okay, there we go. So my favorite music and artist is John Denver, Fleetwood Mac, Citizen Soldier, Linkin Park, Chris Cornell, Miracle of Sound, Moody Blues, The Gorillaz, They Might Be Giants, Hikaru Utada, Mitsuki, the Sega Sound Team's music, Ado, Epica, and a lot more. I basically like and love any and all music. I think music is great. As I had said earlier, there's not too many things I dislike. So my favorite reading, I've read a lot of manga and I am still reading a lot of manga. There's a lot of manga that I have to catch up on because I've been a little lazy about it. But, so to list those things off, Dragon Ball, Naruto, My Hero Academia, My Hero Vigilante is very good. Death Note, Mob Psycho 100, Triple X Holic, which was one of the first mangas I read. Wild Strawberry, which is insane. One Piece, Spy Family, Rurouni Kenshin, Berserk, The Emperor and I, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, and many, many more. I like poetry. I like Edgar Allan Poe, Robert Frost, and many others. One of the books that I like very much because I love how it describes things, and I think it's a very beautiful, well-written book, is the book East. I have the one after it, but I have not gotten to read that one. I hope to. I'm very excited for that. I love ancient tales from all different cultures. I especially love ancient Japanese tales and myths and monster stories. But I think the tales from all different cultures are very, very beautiful. One of the things I like is watching shadow puppet shows. As ironic as it is, I know I said I don't like puppets earlier and mannequins, but I like shadow puppets. I think they're very cool. I like many, many more things. I've read a lot of books in my life. Very, very many, too many to list. Out of old books and new. I've always had a very high reading level, so that was one of my favorite things to do growing up. I don't know if I double clicked there or not. Okay. So my favorite anime is Dragon Ball, Naruto, Death Note. Dungeon Meshi has been absolutely crazy. Mob Psycho 100, Spice and Wolf, Gundam Witch from Mercury was wonderful. I love how Ariel was designed, and I loved the gun bits and stuff. I thought that was really cool. Shadow's House, but that we're waiting for more episodes for, I think. Meruko-chan was very, very good, and I suggest people watch it. Fable is really, really funny. Train to the End of the World has been really good. I've been enjoying that. Attack on Titan was wonderful, of course. And many, many, many more. So, moving on to tags and fan names. Not everything is here. This is what I have so far. I've been working on this for a very, very long time, but I've had a lot of things go forward and then get set back because of different things, such as one computer breaking down and my phone broke down. The screen just kind of went and exploded on me pretty much. So there's some things that I lost over the years that I have been working on, and I should have been able to do this a lot sooner, but I am very thankful that I can do it now. So my YouTube handle is Kintsugi Shiko. My X is at Kintsugi_Shiko. There's also at Bonestewdio, which is our studio's X account if you want to follow them. My art tag for when I do art is usually Shiko, but the O is like a little onigiri with a grumpy face and some oni horns. Otherwise, anything else that I have an art tag for will say Kintsugi Shiko. My future Kick, Rumble, and Twitch accounts will be announced in the future. I'm still getting everything set up, as I said. There's been a lot going on. Originally, my fan name was going to be Pebbles, but somebody had stolen that just as I was wanting to get started, just before the computer broke down. So, instead, I decided to create a creature to go alongside me. And what I had created, I call the Keroki. I lost what all the meanings were when my phone broke, which was only like a month or so ago. But I believe what I had written down is that I made their names because of Kero, because of Gero for the frog noises. Oki, I believe, means golden wood or something along that line. And then Keroki kind of sounds like karaoke, because the Keroki like to sing. So the Keroki are golden leaf wearing tree spirits. They appear as toads or frogs. I quickly drew up that fan icon. It's going to be something like that. I'm hoping a little cuter, unless you guys do like that one. I meant to make it a little stubbier, and then he ended up being kind of elongated. But, so with the future plans, in the future, my goals are to have once a week or once a month, we'll see, newscast kind of thing for gaming news and other news. I want to call it the Sakuranburi Curry because of Kintsugi coming from a land called Sakuranburi, which Sakuranburi, for anyone who doesn't know, I believe is the word for cherries. So it's kind of like saying cherry curry, but it's also like saying that land curry and so on and so forth. And also curry because of Bonestewdio, because it's spelled like stew. I want to do Japanese lessons because I still need Japanese lessons. So I thought it would be cool to learn it together. I have flashcards that are Japanese that I've been using for a long time. And anything else that we might want to practice together. Like, I know some girls do Duolingo and other things. I want to do mini shows in the future, and I'm gonna work on shorts also. I'm not really sure what to do for shorts though, because that's a fairly new thing, and I'm not really sure what to do for it. I like to do things with flowers and bonsais and such. One thing I like a lot is carnivorous plants, and I'm working on some of those right now. And I have some little saplings that, not saplings, they're kind of more like little seedlings that came from a tree that died in the backyard a few years ago, and I found its babies growing around. So I'm trying to raise them up and turn them into bonsai plants and maybe small trees. And I also want to do some saving the bees things, because obviously to tree spirit and such, especially one that has flowering trees, bees are very, very important. And they're very important to nature, and we should appreciate them even if they can be a little bit pokey, because they're just doing their job to help make sure that we keep having a beautiful planet. My future streams, I want to have many, many different kinds. Like I said, I want to do language learning. I want to do art. I maybe want to do singing. For a while my voice was broken, and I found out it was because I was actually very sick and I had a very bad infection in my face, and I'm currently recovering from that. It's another reason why things were delayed, but my voice is recovering a lot from that, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to do karaoke in the future and have fun with that and not sound like a toad. Although male toads do sing very pretty. I want to do like a Dragon series playthrough, as I had said. And there's many, many more things that I wish to do. So, to explain myself, Shiko Saikai, also known as Kintsugi. My skin is made of stone and gold. I have a gold and ruby heart embedded in my chest. My heart, I forgot to write it down, but my heart is where my soul is stored, which is why when it was taken out, I turned into a stone statue. So technically my heart right now is me, which is kind of controlling the Oni body. I have black, short, choppy hair. I have 2 golden, kind of cow-like, semi-short Oni horns. I know usually Oni horns come out of the forehead, but that's not where mine come out. My beautiful kimono is made out of Orochidono's shedded snakeskin and the fibrous silk of a rare golden lotus that grows every 200 years. It is very durable. It won't burn or cut or anything. Along with my skin, so you're gonna have a hard time if you fight against me. Oh, I forgot to mention in it, I have shark teeth. They're very sharp and triangular. And my golden nails actually extend like spring-loaded knives and will retract. So that's pretty cool. One moment. Kintsugi is the first VTuber for Bonestewdio and Toad TV, which are connected studios that intend to present game news, show gameplay, make animations, create songs, produce novels, and make video games and merchandise, hopefully, in the future. We have very big dreams and we hope that we're able to accomplish all of them with everyone. The Kintsugi clan is represented by the pin, which is a hexagon golden pin. It is honeycomb shaped with a honeycomb background and a pink sakura flower in the foreground. And Kintsugi and myself is working very hard to pay off the large amount of money that Manager-san spent when he had to buy my statue. Although it's kind of his fault, because if he would have left me there, then maybe Orochidono would have found me, and you know, but... So, in the upper left, that is my heart. I drew that. Most of the drawings you see here are done by me. Well, actually, all of the drawings done here are done by me. So that is my heart. In the bottom left, that is the Kintsugi clan pin. And in the top right, that is my face from my original drawing that I made of myself. So as you can see on the very left, that is my original Kintsugi drawing. Now, you might be wondering who is standing to the right of me. Well, that was the original person that I created myself from, which was going to originally be my model. It is a character that I made for a cyberpunk world. So she has the shark teeth and she has the black fingers with the golden nails because that is the augments that she had. And the reason that she is dressed the way she is because she was a fighter. And I thought about having that style for her and being that model. But then one day I got very, very inspired to make kintsugi, which kintsugi is myself. And where the golden cracks are represent a lot of emotional scars and real injuries I had gotten in real life. Such as, it's kind of mirrored to my body, but her left eye has a crack that goes all the way in a circle around her eye. That's because when I was a kid, I hurt my right eye very, very badly. So Kintsugi felt a lot more like part of me than Shiko did, but I kept the name because Shiko does mean lady made of stone. But that is my original creation, and she is still a character that exists in the story that she was made for. So in the top right, you will see that is my signature style. Usually I handwrite it, but I made a logo out of it for what my art is. As you can see in this onigiri down here, which I call Kintsugiri. My signature Shiko is there on the right side. I know a lot of the other VTuber girls have a cute form where it's a chibi form of them, or where they're an animal, but I kind of thought that being an onigiri with a cherry on my head sounded more appropriate. Okay, so next we will talk about the Keroki. The Keroki are frog or toad type kodama. They wear golden leaf masks. They come in many different shapes and sizes and colors, etc. They are Shiko / Kintsugi's biggest fans. They guard the trees, the flowers, grass, mushroom, and all of nature, including the bees, all over the world. They're kind of like fairies, but nicer. Less likely to play pranks, I suppose would be the right way to put it. Keroki love to sing and they love to dance. This is what they look like. The top left one was requested as a drawing. It is a ginkgo leaf Keroki. I never got around to finishing him. The bottom left one was my original Keroki. As you can see, that one is very fat. The ones on the bottom are what I came to, they're the base. And then, the top right ones are the colored in ones. That's kind of the example of what one would look like. So as I said, they can come in any color. So if you wanted there to be different colors or different spots or stripes or anything, or their eyes to be a different color, you can have a different leaf on their face, and you can have their stick and their flower at the end of the stick to be different as well. There is not one single type of Keroki. There are many, just as there are many different plants and trees and things in nature. So this is the poem that I made for them. These are the Keroki. They blossom from the trees. Upon their faces they adorn themselves with golden leaves. merry little toad and frogs that get mistaken for bumps on logs. Happy and round and made of wood, they dance, they play, and sing quite good. Friends to the forest, the earth, the trees, protecting all creatures, especially bees. They like offerings of water and sweets, whether conbedo or dongo, they love all treats. Though you might not see them, they're everywhere, so please be kind, treat them with care. And if you hear their songs in the night, be still, be calm, don't fill with fright. They work so hard to take care of earth, but always make time for games, merriment, and mirth. Golden tree spirits, the Kodama Keroki. Precious friends to the maiden Kintsugi. Poem by me, Shiko Saikai, also known as Kintsugi. So this is a base Keroki. If you want, you can trace over him or copy and paste and try and make them yourself, or you can try to draw your own. But I made sure to save the very bottom of him so that you can do whatever you want. So please feel free to use the base of the original Keroki I drew to make your own Keroki. Make it reflect who you are. The Keroki has a frog or toad-like body, a twig-like antenna that has a flower at the end, and a golden leaf for a mask. The leaf usually matches the flower that grows on its head, that grows on its antenna. But be as creative as you want. However, the leaf is always gold. They don't need spots or a belly. They can be solid colors, gradient striped. Feel it out, and please feel free to share your Keroki with everyone on X or anywhere else that you can share it at. So next we will be learning about my manager. He is the manager of Bonestewdio and Toe TV. As you can see, he wears a bear mask. He is a fan of Gino. So he always wears a suit and very nice clothes. And he helps with production of videos as well as future news reports of Sakura and Birdie Curry and anything else. This is our IT guy. His name is IT Techie-san. It might be hard to tell, but it says there on his name tag that his name is IT Techie-san. He is the IT guy for Bonestewdio and Toad TV. He helps with video editing, and he helps with computer problems. He also helps put together PCs and recording equipment, which is very helpful because I know very little about that. He has a dream of making his own future games, which his games sound very cool, by the way. And Manager-san likes helping with all of that as well. Oh, and Manager-san is also he's also trying to be an author. So my afterword, hopefully when future stability is improved, on Mondays I will be recording. Generally I cannot record and upload the same day because my laptop right now is very old and very slow. It's the very first one I've ever had. And it's like almost 15 years old. But what I'm going to try to do is record long amounts of video and then edit the videos, and hopefully I will be able to post 2 videos a day. Once things get more settled, Friday then karaoke once a month, maybe. Then Saturday will be live streams and maybe private matches of Tetris 99 and things like that. Sundays are when I'm going to try and do Sakuranburi curry. And things will change. It's just that I can't do live streaming right now because, as I said, my laptop is very slow and old and my internet is not very good right now. Sometime in the future I hope to have that all improved so that I can keep up with that. As I had said at the beginning, I will be getting a model in the future. I was working on mine, but it got trapped on the computer that broke. Techie-san and Manager-san are working on that because that was a computer I was borrowing from Manager-san. And so they're trying to figure that out because right now I don't have my model drawing that I was going to use for my PNG. So I will be using a different model drawing that I had from before. But thank you everyone. I will see you very soon in future videos and live streams. My credit for the music that I've been playing in the background is from a person that's on SoundCloud named Hunter Milo. You can see his banners for his main page and for the page that had the music that I used. So I got the background music from Milo's music library. It's on soundcloud.com/Hunter Milo audio library. His name is Hunter Milo, and his main page is soundcloud.com/Hunter Milo. So, as I said, the artist is Hunter Milo. Here's how you can follow him. His SoundCloud is @Hunter Milo. His Twitter is twitter.com/_Hunter Milo_. He has a Newgrounds, which is huntermilo.newgrounds.com. Spotify was a little odd. So that's the link it gave me, but you can just type in his name on there and you should find him easily enough. He has the same picture. And his YouTube account is youtube.com/C/Hunter Milo. So the tracks that I used, not all of them were used, but this is from the whole list and I just wanted to cover in case I missed any. So the reason it's in this order is because that's roughly how I set up the playlist to play. But loops 34 down to 8 and then 6, 5, 4, 3, and 1 because he does not have loop 7 or loop 2. So Windows, Overnight, Under the Bed, Wishes, Signal, Silence, Still Here, Kawaii Singing Maybe, which is my favorite name, The Unknown, Guessing, Fractured Heart, which I like, Broken Alarm, Sprinkles, Feel Good, Stay Alone, Warmer, The Lamp, Rainy Days, Delight, Little Dreams, Untitled Two, Untitled One, Calling, Morning Radio, Corner Vibing, Glide, Shining Home, Happier, Graduation, and Radio Wave. Those are all background musics that he made, and it says on his site that they are free to use. And thank you very much for that, Hunter Milo. I followed you on SoundCloud and I followed you on Spotify. I very, very much like your music. Thank you very much for making it. So, everyone who is watching and has liked and subscribed, welcome to the Kintsugi clan. From all of us at Bonestewdio and Toad TV, thank you very, very much. We appreciate it so much. Thank you. So, this is a song that I made for the clan a very long while ago. When I have it more made out, I want to have it as my credit sequence music. But I can sing it without. I might just sound a bit nervous at first. Because you can probably tell I have very, very bad stage fright. So I will try to sing it. So bear with me, I'm very scared. A crack over here, a break over there. Sorry, I'm scared. A crack over here, a break over there. Someday you will be whole again. With gold and a brush, there's no need to rush. Even gray stone can sparkle. Aishiteru, I really like you. Let's meet back here again. This is our clan, so let's do what we can to make this world smile again. Aishiteru, I really like you. Let's reunite again. We are the Kintsugi clan. We'll do what we can to make this world smile again. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. With a gold brush in hand, we are the Kintsugi clan. We'll make this world shine again. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Unite in every land as the Kintsugi clan. Let's make our world smile again. We are the Kintsugi clan, and I know that we can. We'll make our world whole again. Okay, so that was an original song that was written and performed by me, Shiko, Saikai, and Kintsugi. That's kind of like our clan anthem almost. Thank you very much for watching. I think that was my last, that was my last slide. So thank you very, very much for watching. And I'll see you again in the future. Just like how my song says, let's meet back here again and have a whole lot of fun. Bye-bye.